Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to talk about some of the problems that you might find when you buy some of these older motorhomes, such as this 1986 Toyota Dolphin that we have here in front of us. So one of the things that happens when people buy motorhomes is that they modify it to suit their lifestyle. So in the rear section, the home, you have lots of modifications that people might do. Um, Back in the day, there were no flat screen TVs, so people buying these older units might opt to add flat screen TVs, make modifications to the entertainment system, and also especially the power generation system, such as applying solar panels on top of the motorhome. So that leads to a lot of problems. So you won't have a standardized wiring diagram that shows you necessarily everything that has been changed. What that leads to is that down the road you buy one of those units and you have all kinds of electrical gremlins. Luckily for this one, I haven't had many modifications done. I'll take you guys inside here shortly to show you a little bit what it looks like. But I am having a problem with the engine. So basically, when I start the engine and I step on the gas, it kind of bugs out and it wouldn't, you know, accelerate. So let me pop the hood here. That's where you pop the hood. It's the early interior. This is what it looks like. So you guys have an idea. That's the coach area in the back. The fridge from Dometic. The range. And you can see the seats looking very 80s with the manual control, manual window controls, manual door locks, and all the time, if you're not careful, you bump your head right here. Okay, let's head in front. This is badly in need of a wash. So underneath here we have a 22RE engine, and it's pretty low miles, under 100,000 miles. For the most part, if it's idling, the engine runs perfectly well. But under load, let's say I turn on the headlight, I turn on the fan inside, the engine bogs down. And those were the early days of, the evap systems. So they try to get gases from the tank and recirculate those and make sure that you don't put out very lots of emission, noxious gases into the atmosphere. And so you have all this piping, and if you don't route them correctly, or you have one that's open, you will have all kinds of problems in the world until you figure that out. All right, so that's what I had to show. I have this ground here, which I think shouldn't be on the radiator. Should be going somewhere there. I don't know, maybe there. I'll have to move that. Maybe that's one of the problems. And also, this unit has an aftermarket cruise control. So that could also be a potential problem. That's the only, the cruise control and the aftermarket stereo. Those are the only two things I know have been modified. But you have a lot of things that work together here to keep this engine running and happy. Here you have, they call it the AFM, air fuel mixture flap. Something in here, that you have to make sure it's adjusted correctly. And also here you have the throttle position sensor. It senses at what point the throttle is open, because when you step on the throttle, it does that number and it goes across and it's sensed here and reported back to the computer. These early systems, you have a coil right there with wires running to a distributor cap and then to the spark plugs. Very basic system. I think 85 was still carbureted, and from 86 they went to the electronic fuel injection. So let me give it a start here so you guys can hear it run. But again, like I said, the main problem arises when you step on the gas, then the engine sort of bugs out. Otherwise, it runs really sweet. Let's get the key in there in the ignition. There. And oops. As you guys can see, it seems to be happy. It's running. I have no tachometer, so I can't see how fast it's turning. But if you listen carefully, I'll turn on the headlights here. See, it almost died. Okay, let's come out here, take a look. The engine is running pretty smooth. No shakes, no problems. And it does that until you step on the gas and then you have a problem. All right, let's turn that off. Old school, you press the button and then you take out the key. Those are the controls for the aftermarket cruise control right there. All right, let's go back out. And I'll take you guys back here so that you can see what the layout of this 1986 Dolphin looks like. Beginning with the door, you have the screen. You can have that closed to keep the bugs out. And here you have a catch for the main door. The catch is missing. The latch is missing. And here, this is one other problem you're gonna run into when you start losing some of these doors. They are very difficult to come by. Probably a guy might fabricate something to make it work. The outer shell, if you look very carefully, it's fiberglass. You can see the fibers in there. So it's not aluminum. It looks like aluminum siding from a distance, but when you get close, you can see it's actually fiberglass. There's the stairs right here in the back. I've never really used this. Look at the whole thing is moving. I don't know how many pounds that can actually carry. But let's step inside. It's getting a little bit dark outside. It's about, I think, maybe 8:30, 9 p.m. So this is what the interior looks like. You have a couch here, which quickly transforms into a bed. Very effortless. Tons of storage on top. And here you have the water pump and the tank levels. You got a sink here. Close that up. The range with an oven. And you can see the front of the cabin. You can actually lift this up to make access to the cabin easier. And then at night, you bring it back, and there you have a bed. And there's a vent right there. lighting, more storage. Have a little fire extinguisher there. And you can notice this is carpeted. Sorry about the dirt, I haven't had time to clean it up yet. But most of the modern and newer RVs that I see, they tend to have hard floors. This is for the climate control, I think. Maybe water temperature, I'm not too sure. Because up here we have the controls for the rooftop AC unit. Got the chair right there, another chair here. This table is also foldable. And back here you have the bathroom. Got some shades, storage, power outlet, and there's a mirror right there. The toilet, and of course you have a sliding door to get some privacy when using the restroom. You have the aftermarket speakers, and you have the shades right there. I would say somebody about 6 feet, and that's just stretching it a little bit. 6 feet, you should be able to stand up in this unit without any issue. But above 6 feet, maybe your head might start bumping into stuff. It's very, very spacious back here. Much more spacious than you would think looking at the unit from outside. So this is what the unit looks like from the outside. And for me, I'm happy that there are not too many modifications that have been done to this unit. Of course, I still have to clean up the exterior. Most of these units, they get parked under trees and they spend many years just sitting. So I still have to clean out the exterior of this one. And out here we have a little generator set. Keep that closed. Again, the doors, I'll probably have to look for a solution to change all of those and modernize them. Water temperature. So that's just another look at this 1986 Toyota Dolphin. Let me know your thoughts. If this were yours, how would you modify it? What would you add? Would you make it all original once more? And yeah, I'm just looking for ideas on what to do and how to improve this motorhome. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.